All right, out here at Oshkosh 2025, I want to introduce you all to Alex, who is he got the rights to the Thorp T18, S18, and he's really coming back with a passion for getting this platform to you. So Alex, when did this take place, first of all? So
last August, I saw on Facebook, of all places, that the guy that owned the company needed to find somebody to take it over. I was on the phone with him and I owned the company about 3 hours later.
That quickly?
Yeah, that quickly.
So obviously you've been following the Thorp crowd for some time to have that kind of passion for it.
Yeah, I love the Thorp. Its mission fits exactly what I want. Fast plane, got good baggage, and it's got a history. It was the first all-metal home built that ever existed.
Okay.
Built by John Thorp. You know, it's got a stabilator in the back, just like a Aero or Cherokee.
Sure.
And that's because John Thorp was involved in those planes too. So, yeah, there was a contest back in '63 for home builds of something that could be trailable and easy to build. So he came up with this design, and it's had a following for 60 plus years now. There's always been plans available. There's over 600 of them out there. Maybe 3,000 plans sold. People have always sold parts for it and plans. I'm taking it to full kit.
Full kit?
Yep. Yeah. Everything's getting moved into CAD.
This is a T18 behind us. There's also the S18, which has quite a few different improvements, if you will. So let's walk around this. You can explain the performance of the T18 and the difference between the T18 and the S18. All right, Alex, so let's reintroduce first the T18 and some of the specs, performance numbers of this aircraft, and we'll go into some of the build details.
Okay, so the Thorp T18 S18 is an all-metal, plans-built and kit-built aircraft, originally designed in 1963. It's a modern home built with a 60-year history. Depending on the model, the T18 does not have folding wings. The S18 does. T18 is 38 inches at the shoulder, and the S18 is 40 inches. The S18 is 5 inches longer than the T18. But otherwise, firewall forward, they're the same airplane. The empennage is exactly the same. So the airfoil on the S18 is more forgiving without decreasing performance. This airplane will do upwards of 200 miles an hour. So typical cruise speed that people are getting is like 170. It's 7 gallons an hour. So it's a pretty quick little airplane.
On that, what's the power? What are the power ranges you can put as far as engines? Dynon Avionics at Dynon.com, offering everything from state-of-the-art glass cockpit options to advanced control modules that power and control your entire aircraft. Gratia Aero Group at GratiaAero.com, proudly representing these best-in-class brands for experimental general aviation. Sherwings, BD Aviation, and MW Fly. KFA, Kitplanes for Africa, engineered for adventure and build for the bush is their motto, offering several STOL-kit aircraft options like the Expedition, Safari, Bush Baby, and Explorer. Find them online at kitplanesforafrica.co.za. BravoFox at bravo-fox.com. The US Distributor for Blackshape Aircraft, providing sales, maintenance, spare parts, and repair services, located at the Sheridan Airport in Indiana. Visit us online at experimentalaircraftchannel.com for all things DIY aviation. And consider supporting us on our Patreon page to help us bring you more original aviation content.
So originally, these planes were designed for the O290 because they were ground power units. You could buy them for $100 a piece, convert them into an airplane engine. Now typically, it's a 0320 or 0360, constant speed or fixed pitch. However, an 0320 with a fixed pitch propeller, they're getting 200 miles an hour. So it's a really clean platform. These planes fly fast. Obviously, you could build one dirty, but most people don't. You know, it's got fairings on everything. And it's a fast airplane.
Okay. And so the T18, S18, you're the plans holder, the rights holder. Are you going to be supplying plans for both the T18 and S18 still, or what are you doing with that?
No, I'm not going to be, I don't have the rights to the T18.
Okay.
Well, I am supplying some parts for it because they're the same on the two airplanes. There's a NASA engineer that has the rights to the T18. He's told me he isn't going to do anything with it. I'm doing the S18, and frankly, because it's a little bit bigger airplane, and given that people are larger today, you know, it only makes sense that people are just going to build the S.
So what are we losing or gaining, or what are we losing and gaining by going from the T18 to the S18?
Well, you're not losing anything. You're gaining the ability to fold the wing if you want to. Again, you've got this different airfoil that is a little bit more forgiving than the T18, yet doesn't sacrifice performance at all. And the thing most people like is the fact that it's 2 inches wider at the shoulder at 40 inches. So it's still, you know, on today's standard, you compare it to an RV, it's still on the narrow side, but a lot of people love these planes. And the thing about performance of an S-18, there's an amazing number of former fighter pilots that fly these airplanes. And when I realized it, I started asking them, you know, you can own any plane you want. Why do you fly a Thorp? And they always answer me the same way, that it's the closest feel that they can get to the military jets that they were flying as far as responsiveness, while still being a fun to fly, easy to fly GA aircraft.
Okay, so backing up, and just to clarify, you can build the S-18 from plans, but now you're going to be able to build it from kits as well.
Right, so you actually have the whole gambit. You could plans build, or you could plans build buying some of the parts that we've already made directly from us, or you can buy a full kit and sub kits. I'm going to, you know, I'll have all of it. And in the future, this is a year or two out, we will have ready flies, and we'll be doing the factory builder assist. We're in San Antonio, Texas. It's a manufacturing city, so everything we need is right there. I don't have to go anywhere else in the country to do what I want to do.
Okay. And what are some of the thoughts you have moving forward with building the Thorp community?
So it had been a little bit fractured. So they're the cult following, but there's a lot of people with them that no longer were part of community. And pretty much every day, I'm pulling new people in. They're like, oh, somebody new owns the company, tell me. Or if I see a plane for sale, or I hear of another owner, I'm on the phone with them and I'm talking to them about their airplane and what their background is, what they love about the airplane. And I always ask the one question, if there's something you could change on it, what would it be? Most times it's not really anything. The typical mods that we've been seeing that'll become part of the standard kit is a removable floor pan so you can get up to the instrument panel more easily, and access panel in the back. That's about it.
Do you have any, this year, 2025, any scheduled fly-ins for the community to get together?
So, for 30 years now, there's been what's called the Kentucky Dam Fly-In. This year it's October 10th through 12th. It's Kentucky Dam Resort in Kentucky. There's hotel rooms. You can camp on the field. There's fuel on the field. I expect there to be at least 20 to 30 airplanes. It's a really good time. One, you get to do the community of talking to other pilots, and we spend time almost taking apart some planes so people can see what's going on. And this year we're also going to do spot landing contests and breakfasts, and make it even more enjoyable than it has been in the past.
Awesome.
It's a good time. If you own a Thorp or you're interested in a Thorp, being at the Kentucky Dam gathering this year is the place to be.
Okay, and where can they follow you as this progresses along online or get in touch with you?
So my corporate website is www.thorpaircraft.com. Also have a Facebook page, which is Thorp Aircraft, but there's a great community site, which is Thorp T18/S18, that there's 1,000 people on there. They're very active. They help each other. We talk about airplanes all the time. And if you happen to be looking at a used Thorp that you're going to buy, call me and talk to me about it. I've already talked to the builder or the owner, so I know what's going on with the airplane.
Quick shout out to our patrons over on Patreon and our co-pilot status, Zach Newsom, Mike Babcock, Lynn Gardner, Gary Martin, Michael Smith. Thanks for watching this episode of the Experimental Aircraft channel. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss a single episode. See you in the next one.